Are movie theaters dead? Big talk there. Are movie theaters dead? You get us started off. What do you think?
I personally feel like it's a 50-50 shot, honestly. You have so many streaming services now, so now people are either staying at home, watching movies at home on their streaming platforms. COVID happened too, so people maybe just don't want to be out in public. But I personally feel like since we were kids, we went to the movies a lot. Every Friday was more of a traditional thing. Meet your friends up there.
Social.
But now, I don't feel like people go out anymore. Like people just inside the house streaming. Don't want to spend money on the movies. Maybe it's too expensive. I don't know.
Yeah, they low key was wilding with growing up, if you're from Long Island, shout out to Long Island people, going Island 16 on Movie Land. I don't even know if Movie Land
Movie Land closed down about 3 months ago.
It was closed. So yeah, that's a sad thing. Like movie theaters are feeling it too. So it's not like, we're wrong about this. Like there are movie theaters all over the place closing. In my opinion, it's the streaming services, you're right, that are like killing it. Like I feel like a movie comes out and like 3 weeks later, it's already on Disney Plus.
Which, as far as like in the past, we had to wait like a whole year for it to come out on DVD.
Yeah, I don't know. How do you guys? This is my question to the audience. Do you feel, and to you too? Do you feel like, no, like that? Do you feel like because it's on the streaming services, like you take it less serious? Like I feel like when I go to see it in the movies, I take it more serious.
It's
like
loud, everything's yeah.
Like it feels more like a movie to me when I watch it in theaters versus like at my house pausing it and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like I feel like theaters and the work of art should be honored, like should be go to see that. We could watch basketball games from our house. Yeah, we could do that. But I feel like when we go to them, it's just a different experience. Like when we went to the Knicks game, you just pick up that ambiance. You're picking up it's the movie theater experience.
The atmosphere, the environment you're in.
Mm-hmm. I miss that. Like growing up, remember we went to go see Legion
every Friday.
We would shovel driveways to go save up money to go get the tickets and go to see the movies. And it was like we'd meet up with our friends, we'd hang out, buy popcorn, get cheap stuff before sneaking in. Low key.
You guys know the drill.
Yeah, you guys know the drill. Like it's not realistic, but even back then, snacks were really expensive. So, in my opinion, what do you think? Do you think they're really dead? I think
it's a split decision. You have your old people who like for instance, our older brother Damon. He goes, he goes to the movies a lot. He takes it serious. But for the younger crowd, I feel like they don't really care for it as much anymore.
Yeah, I feel like their attention span is good.
Yeah,
good. Like most of my students, I hope you're not watching this, but a lot of the students out there, even myself, sometimes I'm like, yo, I can't sit down right now.
I'm 100% with you on that one. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the best movie you saw in theaters? Let some silence.
It was my birthday. I'm gonna go ahead and say Hot Tub Time Machine.
2 or 1?
The first one. So that's my number 1 movie. It's comedy. I've kind of fallen away from scary movies now that I've gotten older. I like comedies, action, slight thriller, maybe a little drama. But Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah. So what about it made it your favorite movie? Was it the time period? You said it was your birthday, so like, was it the time period that you want to go see? Was the people?
It was more of the format of the movie, how they made them look, how they were small kids and they transferred into time and they were adults. It was pretty cool, and it was all the actors from like Superbad, 21 Jump Street, Pineapple Express, Jonah Hill, and all them. So
funny
it was good. I like those actors,
The guy Craig, I forgot his real name.
The black guy with the afro,
And what's that other movie when they all die in like, This Is the End?
Yep, This Is the End. James Franco.
They don't make movies anymore. If you're watching this, James Franco, make some movies. For real. What was the best movie I saw? I would say in theaters, low key, either Avengers, because the theaters were jumping. It was crazy. That's like, I'm gonna tell my daughter about that. Like, we were sitting in the theater, people were legit clapping.
Yeah,
people were clapping for like when Captain America was like, on your left, and it was mad people that came. People were standing up like, yeah, let's go. I'll never forget that. And I was looking around like it was, and again, it made it hype because it was like a shared experience. Like people were all bought into that. Remember, this is what, 2019?
Avengers Endgame?
Yeah. This is 2019. This is before COVID. This is before everybody got all nervous about being next to each other. This was
peak movie,
peak cinema, peak life. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even like nostalgic about that. I'm just saying like that piece right there. I haven't been in a movie theater and people like stood up and like people were like, nah, shut up and sit down. No, everybody was hyped, like clapping, like let's. It felt like a football game. It felt like they scored a touchdown, bro. It felt like it was a game-winning touchdown. So that's why. And what movies do you own?
What movies do I don't think I own any movies, but as far as maybe watching them again, I don't think I own any movies. No.
Actually, DVDs are like no DVDs,
No,
right?
I have 0 DVDs.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, I have Netflix, stuff like that, your streaming services, but I don't think anybody really has VHSs, DVDs, and stuff like that anymore.
The
Unless you
only
collect
reason
them.
I own DVDs is because I used to be not DVDs. The only reason I own movies is because I used to be a social studies teacher.
Mhm.
So I used to have those movies on reserve, like low key, if I was ever going to be out, or like
wheel out the TV.
or wheel out the TV type, or
Yeah.
like at the end of the year as a reward for the kids, like little activity. Like I had like this like Gladiator, Knight's
They
Tale.
just came out with a new Gladiator too.
Yeah, I don't know if it was really as good as the old one. I don't know. If y'all seen the new Gladiator, comment below what you think of it, and should we go see it? Should that be a movie I go see with you? Like, should that be another memory we make? But yeah, the movies I own, I also, because I want to be a filmmaker. You guys don't know, like I am a filmmaker. Like that's what I love to do. I own movies. So like my opinion in this isn't really like fair because I own Titanic. I own like really long movies just so I can learn how to make a movie. I want to make a movie because it's like an experience. Like for the person to come in and be like, yo, this is Wolf of Wall Street. This feels like I was there type. I want to make that experience for somebody. So I'm always watching them over and over just to see like what makes it special. So yeah. But other than that, don't own movies because it's expensive.
Yeah.
And I logged in one day and it was like, you no longer own this. I was like, but I bought it. Doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know if you guys know something about the rights.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know much.
They do that on I say Xbox. If you buy or rent a movie, you have a certain amount of time to watch it, and then they just take it away. So
Yeah, like renting it for real. Now we're gonna
It's
continue
like Redbox
here.
and stuff.
Redbox. Oh my God, Redbox. You guys use Redbox? I haven't seen.
I mean, they're only outside of like certain stores. I haven't seen it. I think they're discontinued now. I don't even know.
I don't think I've seen a Redbox.
I used to live in Florida, so I know there's 7-Elevens, certain 7-Elevens, certain gas stations that have Redbox. You could rent the movie, and then you just bring it back the next day.
Oh, bet. Now while we're on that topic of streaming services, what's the best streaming service in your opinion? I know people out there got Fire Sticks. Okay, not gonna plug them at all. But what's the best streaming service in your opinion?
My opinion, I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna go Amazon Prime.
Ooh, why?
It's different. I feel like Netflix is. I've watched everything, So, and it's not a lot of stuff on there that I like, but Amazon Prime and Hulu probably my number 2.
Ooh, so you got Prime at 1. I think Prime is the affordability piece there, the cheapness of it, and then Hulu's also not that expensive, and it's bundled with Disney, so it's
They
like
both have live sports too.
yeah, and they got live sports, which is dope. Like Netflix is trying to step it up with the live. I think during the Olympics they had like that fight. Like that's not really sports, it's like an event really. But I'm gonna go HBO Max. Because and only because they got Boondocks on there, and Cartoon Network's dead, and I always like to throw that on. 2, I'm a big Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter fan, so just being able to have that on there. If they ever drop that, if you're ever watching this and you're HBO and you drop those, you lost a customer. So and they're included with AT&T, so that's another reason. Like I don't really pay for it to have it included with my AT&T, so that's like how I think it's the cheapest and best option there. So, what? Along those lines, what's the worst?
Worst streaming services? Probably like Pluto TV, stuff like that. Stuff that have ads, I mean, unless you're paying for it without ads, but they're not as popular. Like Freevee or like Pluto.
And the movies be off on there. Like it don't be funny.
Or what's another one? Tubi TV.
Tubi low-key got 1 or 2 hitters on there.
Yeah,
One
they
or
have
2.
some famous actors on there.
One or two good movies on there that be hitting. I'd be like, oh,
I'm sure there's worse streaming services out there, but I just can't think of any right now. But
yeah, I would go worst in my opinion, just because of the tiering of the price. I'm gonna go Netflix just because the pricing is getting out of control.
oh yeah, 100%.
Like $35, like what? $35 or like $34 for people streaming, and then you have 4K HD.
And you're not even uploading the newest movies every week, every month.
Yeah, and that's like I'm waiting years in between seasons. Like HBO's cool because I mean those shows are an hour long, like 2 hours long. Like Game of Thrones, 8 seasons. That's a long time. Like I won't watch it right away, and I do that. Do you do that? Like do you not watch them all?
Oh
right
no,
away?
I like to binge watch. So if I start watching something and I really like it, I'm gonna watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm weird like that. I'd be saving them for like it's like candy or something. I save it for later. Like I gotta come back to it. Continuing
on
on
pretty quick. Yeah,
say that again.
you get hooked on pretty quick if you like it.
Yeah, true. I do get hooked on. All right, put these in order. We got Harry Potter. Oh, I put a 1 there. That's bias. We got Harry Potter. I put a 1 again. Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Matrix, and Jurassic Park.
From greatest to worst?
From worst to greatest.
Okay. Jurassic Park would probably be number one for me.
For best or worst?
For best.
Okay, so, okay.
And then down the line, probably go Lord of the Rings,
Okay.
Pirates of the Caribbean. And what was the other choice?
Matrix and Harry Potter.
Harry Potter would probably be last because I never really got into it, and then Matrix would be second to last.
Damn, yo, you probably got hella hate on
Yeah,
here.
it is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is, y'all. I'm gonna do best to worst. I'm gonna go Harry Potter at 1. Complete opposite of you, right? Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna go Lord of the Rings at 2. I'm gonna go Pirates of the Caribbean at 3, Jurassic Park's at 4, and Matrix at 5. Only because the last Matrix, in my opinion, was trash. The one that just came out, Resurrections.
Is that a new one?
Yeah, the first 3 hitting.
Revolution,
it made people think.
Reloaded.
Yeah, Reloaded, Revolution.
They had the
Matrix.
machine robots scenes. Yeah, that was fire.
Like the 2001, 2002, 2003. I just feel like movies were peaking. You had Rush Hour 1, 2,
just coming out one after another.
Yeah, it was all those movies are coming out at the same time. Like just straight 2000s was crazy with the movies.
Men in Black.
Men in Black. Like all these movies are coming out, and I was like, bro, like these were hitting. So yeah, what do you guys think is the order out there? Again, those choices were Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean, Matrix, and Jurassic Park. Just put those in random order. What do you think? Which best to worst, and why? I would say why. You didn't say your why, but
okay. Yeah.
Why for me is this growing up every year. I feel like Harry Potter got older with me, resonated with that story. He's like didn't have his parents, he's in this little tiny room. Everyone's against him. And he's like, oh, he's special. He's proving everybody wrong. He's winning. He's still poor, but he's kind of rich in his fantasy world.
Yeah.
And then he has clout, and then eventually he is a bad guy that comes out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere, but I just like the story. And I felt like I was getting older with the Harry Potter characters until 18, obviously. Now I'm 30, but
yeah.
Still, that's why I put that at 1.
Right.
Why did you put yours?
I like what did I say? What did I put for number 1?
Shoot, you put
not Pirates of the Caribbean.
You put Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. I like stuff like that.
Like the action and the dinosaurs and the getting killed by animals.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like Kong, Godzilla.
Oh, Kong.
Godzilla X Kong, all that. I like stuff like that. I like stuff that's action packed,
Yeah, so less story, like more blowing up Michael Bay, Transformers.
Yeah, Transformers, perfect example.
Transformers 1, 2, and 3 was hitting with Shia LaBeouf, and then once he was out of it, I was like, they're doing too much of the characters.
Yeah. So those movies,
What about Fast and Furious?
Okay, I didn't even get there, but yeah, Fast and Furious are great. I watched all of those.
Would you put Fast and Furious above all the other ones we just said?
I would put Fast and Furious above my second to first choice.
Yeah, so okay.
Pirates of the Caribbean, yeah.
So
or Lord of the Rings, I'm sorry. It'd be above Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings is a great trilogy or series as well, too.
Yeah, I don't like The Hobbit. I don't like the new ones, but I like those 3.
Return of the King and Twin Towers would probably be
extended edition. I sit Thanksgiving time. If that's your tradition during Thanksgiving to get out there and watch that's me. I sit there and I kind of watch them in the middle of the night. All right, so that's episode 4 and 3 combined, really 4, Frame of Reference podcast. So comment below. Sponsors, if you're watching this, you want a segment on our show, want us to do an ad read, 30 seconds. We love filming. We love sports. We love social media, live events, clothing, fashion, anything like that that's relevant to either of us to talk about.
We love your feedback.
Yeah, we love your feedback, and we want you guys to join in on the conversation and, reach our audience. So that being said, peace.